Hello, sorry, not alive, but middle of cleaning out, I just thought I'd have a stop. Everything's just a little bit everywhere behind me. Quite often on the group we get questions about long-haired guinea pigs and grooming. Well, I've got 10 minutes, hubby's busy gardening, kids are out, garden's quiet, you got me. So, anyway, I thought while I'm out here I've got a few to groom, and while I'm cleaning out I get them out and have a check from them. And check them over in general. And I thought I would just come on, do a live. It's not about show grooming, it's just general, easy looking for everyone that has pigs and's got a few long heads. So this is Butters. Say hi. So Butters, I think you've all seen him on the lives. He's long haired and he's an alpaca, so he's got quite a dense coat as well. And every day when you get the pigs out, you always check them over, and when you do your checks, you can always have a look at your eyes, have a look around your ears, check the noses, you can see, and check your teeth. And general, it's very easy, you know, it's a few minutes each day or every other day if you've got time, and put your hands around and just have a feel for mats, untidiness, dirt and things like that. And you can see they get used to being handled and they get used to it, and it's quite nice to do it on a table with something you can sit them on. Because we've got show boards which are made out of wood and hessium, so they sit quite nicely on it, and we train them on these as well. So I just wanted to quickly go through some of the things we do when we do grooming and health checks. So today, it's a case of we're out nail clipping. Got two forms of nail clippers, 1 and 2. While we're doing all the checks, I've got my combs out. I like the long tooth combs. This one is about £6 and it's a Triumph one, or this one about 40p, home bargains, but it's got the nice teeth, and you can see they're both very wide toothed combs. And I've got the ivermectin, so bottle of ivermectin that treats you for lice and mites. And you know, about every 12 weeks we treat with ivermectin. We come out, and when we get them out, or put them away, do the ivermectin, and don't make a big mission out of it, just come out and do it. As for bathing, I only personally bath as and when needed, or if we're going to a show. Now other people like to bath more frequent. Try and avoid too many baths, because you do dry the skin out, and that's when you can start getting all your itching. Anyway, so today with Butters, for those sort of always unsure, he's really calm. So we've got his feet, and as you can see, claws are not looking too bad because I've already gone through them. But there's a video on the group which shows you claw cutting. But for anyone that's listening, claw cutting, all you've got to do, especially on white nail pigs, is clip up to the red. Always make sure you support your piggy, whether you are, I find sometimes doing them on the table like this and getting their nails out, hold them with a hand and trim the nails, and you can go around all of them, that, or I sit on a chair and put them on my lap and do it. Or if you've got someone who can help you, I hold them supporting underneath and hold with my other hand under the chin and under the feet, and then, or get someone to hold them like this, and then they can clip your nails, and it's really less painful, it's free, they're not aggravated or anything. So, but I wanted to quickly come on to combing, because we get questions about combing quite often. Combing, so when we do the long heads, what I tend to do, and this is not a show prep video or anything, I tend to do is I'll pick up the coat and pull it all over and see. We talk to him, he's good, he's lovely, isn't he? I pick up the coat and then start from underneath with your brushing. So start with your underneath. And now a lot of people go, I can't brush my pig because they're going to argue. I can tell you now, every long-haired pig will argue with you. And what you've got to do is make sure you go through and you see, like in here right now, right on the coat and the base of the body, there's hayseed. So this gives you a chance with a long hair to go through and find the hayseeds. And he's going to fidget, he's going to squeak. Don't be put off by the squeaking. Flick the poos off. Don't be scared when they squeak, because they will, and they will argue with you. You just be confident and comb through, and you can just gently move around. He moves around, just start a different area. See, he's going to moan at me now. Absolutely. So with an alpaca, the coat comes down the sides and goes to the back and to the bum. He's off, and comes over the head when we show prep them. But when I comb them out the same, because they get absolutely used to it. So, you know, anyone's uncomfortable, look, you can see just coming through the coat, and he fidgets, not a problem. Coming through the coat, you just go through the coat, and you can go through it. It's the same for anyone. If you've got children with long hair, you start underneath and work your way through, and you can see he's fidgeting. If you're a little bit unsure if they're fidgeting, you can hold them under their chests and just give them a little bit of support, and you can rub their backs while you're doing it. he will, you can hear him moaning now. Here he goes. He moans. But some piggies will moan as soon as they see the comb, and they will kick their back ends, because piggies don't really love this back end area being touched, so they will kick out. And if you watch them with a friend or a bonded pair, if the other one gets too close to that area, you will find they kick. But you can see, oh, poops, flick the poops. But if you go through them, and he's already sort of kind of done, because we tend to sort of go through them every few days and run a hand through them, and it's such a simple check every few days to just run your hand through, go, oh, there's a knot or not's a knot, and just bring that knot out at that point. The longer you leave it, the more matted they get. And what happens is, in these long coats, the hay, stop fidgeting, the hay gets into the skin at this point, and what happens is the hay seeds will then knot into your coat. He is fidgeting because I've actually been through him once today, but I wanted to see him for the video. So we just go through him. Sometimes you can hold their hands, hold under their front feet, and just talk to them and give them a stroke and a fuss and tell them how good they are. Good boy, good boy. And you can go through, and you can see here he's just quickly brushed out completely. Not going to do a complete, otherwise it'll be an ages video. Anyway, so once you've brushed them out, for some people they like to keep their piggies in trim, which is called a clipped coat. For me, the easiest way to do a clip coat is have something like the board, as you see, a board, and have your board edge. And what I do, I'm trying to find a spot where you can see, what I'll do is, if I come to the board edge, I comb the coat down to the board edge. So I'm going to try and do it all in one go here, because I can't see. I would comb the coat down to the board edge, and then you see all the coat hanging over, what I do is trim with a pair of scissors so it's on top of the board edge. So you would cut in so it's level with the board edge, and this will give you a coat that's off the floor and not running in all the shavings and the hay as much as a long coat would drag in. So it's fairly simple. That's if you want to keep their coat long. Now some people don't want to keep their coat long, that's fine. Some people can use small electric clippers and you can cut them off, or some people will use a pair of scissors, but I tend to like to keep our guys a bit longer, and we'll try and keep them, if we're showing them we keep their coats, if we're not showing them we do clipped classes, and we use that board edge and we cut it so we get a nice even coat all the way around from front to back. So once we've groomed, go through groom, we do the ivermectin. So ivermectin can be purchased from several people on the internet, Jane and Miss, Alison Frost, I think Zoe does it, and it's 1 drop per 500 grams. One of these bottles is about £4 or £5 and lasts you months. And what you've got to do when you get one of these bottles, you can see they've got little tips, is all you do, and all I do, other people might do different, is I go 1 drop to the bald patch behind each ear for an adult pig. It's supposed to be like 1 drop per 500 grams. So if you've got a 1500 gram pig, you can put 3 drops on. Some people will part the coat and put it on the skin. I tend to put it behind the ears because you've got a bald patch. So it's very, very simple. So it is a case of very sort of daily or every other day, very easy to just check your piggy over and ivermectin him, and say, very, very simple, all easy, and it's nothing for anyone new to be afraid of, because it's all very easily done. But that is Butters, and just quickly go now. I'm just going to get you one more breed, and that's Pepsi. Give me a second, I'm going to come and go back. Butters back out. Hey boys. So I've just gone and got Pepsi, flick the poop. So Pepsi is a Sheltie, okay? So she's a Sheltie. Again, she's a different type of coat. She's a long coat, it all comes down her sides. It's a less dense coat, more sort of softer coat. Again, the whole process with a Sheltie is exactly the same. You brush your coat out, and Sheltie's coats all go down the front, down the side, and round. Just using the other comb, and pull from the head. But again, the same thing when it comes to clipping a Sheltie coat is brush it over the edge. See if she'll stand. Again, I'll just go for it again. Brush it over the edge, and then you would cut if you wanted to. I tend to cut from there down, so you wouldn't have that long. So that's a Sheltie and house Sheltie coat, just to show you two different coats. And again, I've left her nails actually, because I'm nail clipping. Have I left your nails? As you can see, trying to see, anyone that's unsure in nail clipping, there's your nails. You can see the white, and you clip up to the pink. You don't clip into the pink, because that's where your quick is, and that's where it bleeds. So there's a little bit of information on grooming your piggies, how to groom them, and what to look for. So with all your piggies, you know, it is easy. Your health checks are very easy to do, and everyone, even a teenager or anyone new, will be able to sort of do it. So hope this helps someone. Enjoy the page. Take care. Bye.